Good day and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Trendz Travel. I'm your host for today, Uslundiwe Wagamtalane. We begin this show's journey with some street food and comedy in Sandton, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Coming up next on Trendz Travel this week, we have great laughs and good food. We then stray off the beaten track in Abuja. We go to Uganda for some shopping. Then finally, Charlie Chaplin. All of this and so much more on Trendz Travel this week.
And welcome to the StrEAT Food and Comedy Festival at the amazing Sands in Sandton. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Let me hear you make some noise. Please welcome to the stage your host for the day. It's the one and only Nicholas Goliath. Thank you, DJ. Aware? No, you have to say aware. Everybody has to say aware. Ma'am, you didn't say aware. You just held your camera tight around your head. You must say aware. I know I've got criminal features, but I'm not a criminal. Trust me, I own a club in Melrose Arch, so you don't need to worry. Okay, so aware. I'm going to say aware, then everybody must say aware. Then we're going to have the best day of our lives. Is that a deal? Can we do that? Yes?
Who's the bouncer?
An afternoon of great laughs and food.
But we're all fed up. We're all fed up, right? Jacob's doing the most. Jacob is like, you know that cousin Nyaupe. You're just tired of talking to them now. Because they commit weird crimes. It doesn't make sense anymore. They are stealing two-pin plugs and Auromet. You're like, what the are you going to do with this? Jacob's who might...
Food trucks are the trend all over the world. This time it was the Indian food that stole the show.
The street food industry has kind of popped off in South Africa, and I thought of, it's cool, but it gets a bit boring and a bit flat, and we thought, well, let's add some entertainment to it. So, we brought on the Goliath and Goliath brothers. They're the official partners to us, and we've had an absolutely beautiful day today. They've been absolutely amazing. The crowd's been awesome. I'm happy because I don't think a lot of people understood my idea, and I think today, everybody's had a good time. So I think from the people that are here, I'm happy. I'm sure they are, and it's going to be a brand that we grow. We're going to tour it come October. We're going to probably be moving like Monte Cassino, Pretoria, through to Cape Town. So we're going to tour the entire brand.
So today we've got smashed lamb burgers that's made by the chef himself, and then we've got lamb bunny chows. So in our lamb bunny chow, we've got freshly made loaves of bread that we picked up this morning. We cut out, it's a quarter bunny chow, we cut out the bread in the middle, and then we fill it up with lamb and lots of gravy and carrot salad as well. It's absolutely delicious and tender and soft.
So what makes it special? Is it a secret family recipe or what?
It's our secret family recipe with all different spices.
So you can't share?
I can't share.
So can I please have the lamb bunny chow?
One lamb bunny chow coming up.
Great.
Perfect.
The classic bunny chow from Durban with secret herbs and spices was a hit of the day. The chili chef knows his stuff.
For Sunday at 12.
Enjoy!
Thank you. Oh, great. So, we're still... Oh, yum, yum. What's on?
You know those old talking about pay back the money, pay back the money. That situation would have been absolutely avoidable if there was a colored person involved in that transaction. Because colored people, in that moment when you borrow us money, we will tell you, we will let you know that you are never getting your money back again ever. Like, we're so honest, we're like the most honest. Like, give me the money. In that moment, you'll know that you're not getting your money back. We won't say it in so many words, but like, if you listen carefully, like, yo, thank you, my bro. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. That's an honest person. That is a very honest person. Nice, well, we're cool. South Africans, we're doing well. We're fighting together now. You know, it's nice, no? We're together, we're learning about each other. We must teach each other small things like names, like for instance, ma'am, like colored people. Like when we name our kids after whatever's popular at the time. They were saying, like, what's your name, ma'am, if I may ask? Huh? Don't share jokes amongst each other. Just quickly tell me. Kathy, nice. And then somewhere along the line in history, Kathy was an important person or figure, right? Kathy and Mark. Remember that one? Huh? In grade 1, your parents were like, Kathy. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like names, like the other one to Aldos, I met a cute little girl named Beyonce. I was like, Beyonce, what's your surname? She was like, Plaikis. I'm like, that's the problem. That is the problem. Beyonce Plaikis. That name is unconstitutional. Next thing we name our kids Drake Oliphant, Rihanna Tarantal. I'm like, unconstitutional names. Like black people, when you name your kids, you give your kids a name with meaning. Am I correct, sir? Like, what's your name? Tabiso, ne? And it means the one that makes us happy. Everybody go, yay! Cool, you just make them happy.
There were many contenders with delicious treats, but we spoke to a chef new to the game and extremely enthusiastic with his newfound passion.
I'm the chef and owner of Horn OK Please. So the name's gonna take you a little bit of a surprise. Horn OK Please. So the idea behind it is India inspired. If you go to India, every truck has Horn, OK, and Please behind it. So if you want to overtake on the left, you need to horn. If you want to stay behind me, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to overtake on the right, please go ahead. So if you go to India, every truck, you can't come back without having that idea, that Horn OK Please. So when I decided to have my truck, it's India inspired. So it's butter chicken, which is very Indian, with chips, which is that Western twist. I thought, why not call it Horn OK Please? I love having people over, and the idea kept on growing over 3 years of like, we come over to your house, we enjoy your food, and then I kept thinking, I need to do something. And then I went to the States, and I lived there for 4 months, and I got an idea of food trucks. And I decided I'm gonna create one. Why not? Okay, so it's traditional butter chicken, but served on fresh chips. We normally see it on rotis. And also, when you go to a market, you normally see normal chicken curry or lamb curry. You don't see the gourmet side. And we've been demanding as people. We like gourmet pizzas, we like gourmet burgers. So why not a gourmet Indian meal? So I said, I'll bring a gourmet Indian meal. I'll give you a traditional option, but I'll also tempt you on a chips option. And people like that because each bite is slightly different. Some is crunchy, some a little bit more saucy and more spicy. And who doesn't like butter chicken? Let's try.
No problem. Let's do
You okay?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Guys, I've got lions. I'm a proud South African. I said yes. And zebra. I'm like, of course. And round.
Are there Americans here? Are there Americans here? I don't really care, but what I want to say is that I was observing this guy, Mike, this American guy, Mike, and I realized that it's not that they are ignorant. It's just that they are confidently wrong. Just confident in their wrongness. This guy had never been to a game lodge before, but he was talking about the animals as if he was born in the Kruger National Park. He was just, you see that water buck over there? That water buck's gonna climb the tree, okay? The water buck's gonna climb the tree. The alligator's gonna get into the dam. The water buck jumps into the dam. That's why it's called the water buck, by the way. And it rips the alligator's head off. He said it so convincingly, even our game ranger was like, oh, okay. Because it was confident, guys. It proves that even in America, if you're confident enough, you can do absolutely anything and make America great again. You can. You really can. That's their president. That's their our president. I'm bored. I'm bored of him because he's bored. That is the issue. He is bored when he reads his speeches. He's bored because he's not writing the speeches, guys. That's the thing. And we think we're going to get him to retire. It's not going to happen. Let me just break it to you. I'm so sorry. It's not going to. You can march until you are blue, DA blue in the face. You will not. It won't happen. Guys, what I think we should do, okay, this is my idea, is what we should do is we should bribe his speechwriter just to slip it into his speech. Slip his retirement. Just into... He will be there on the podium. And we need to maintain our relationship with China. And I would like to step down as the president of... What? What? You said it. You said it. You said it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's my view, man. That's my view as a white South African. I don't know.
After an afternoon of eating and great laughter, it was time for Sundowners.
So please tell us about Hellfire. It says whiskey with cinnamon. Well, how's that? Yeah.
Okay, so Hellfire is a local brand. It is a locally distilled whiskey, and then we infuse it with cinnamon. And generally, how people take it, it is a shooter. So we distill the whiskey for 3 years, and then we distill it with cinnamon, and it is now a cinnamon-infused whiskey shooter. But what we have done here for this event, this particular event, is we've created 3 Hellfire cocktails. Our lovely promoter girls are busy concocting our delicious devilish drink for you as we speak. I don't know if you guys want to try it.
He's going to try.
And you? You're not drinking today?
Not today. I'm working. I'm on the job. So why cinnamon?
I think it's because it's such a strong flavor and it fuses really, really well with the whiskey. It was 3 local guys that came up with the concept, and it's their preferred way of drinking it. And they are absolutely in love with the flavor. So they created their own brand, and now taking over Joburg, you know, one club at a time.
Great.
Rendera, Shane and I went to Northcliffe High School. Northcliffe was weird because my Zulu teacher was Miss Anthill. And Miss Anthill would stand in front of the class and she'd go, Sani Bonani, my children. We're like, my children. Did our teacher learn Zulu from Takalani Sesame? What the is going on here? But then, guys, we got a proper Zulu teacher, Mzwane. She spoke Zulu A, the kind of Zulu you have to herd cattle before you can learn. You can't just watch Isitingo and understand it. Ms. Twala was a great teacher, Ms. Zwane rather, but she'd undo all of her hard work by trying to teach us things in English, right? Because she'd go, flying in the sky is a bird. We're like, okay, that makes sense. When you go to sleep at night, you sleep in a bird. When a child is not behaving well, they are being bird. We're like, ma'am, you're saying the same thing, just differently.
Such an awesome experience. It was so funny. My jaw hurts from laughing. And the food is amazing. It's just a very unique concept.
So it was a lovely afternoon.
Lovely afternoon. We'll definitely be back. Definitely be back.
So, I'm Nicholas Goliath, and we're out here at the StrEAT Food and Comedy Festival. It's the first one that's happened in Johannesburg. We're at the Sands in Rivonia. What an amazing experience, man. Just, you know, to be honest, when I arrived here, did the sound check, I saw the stage set up outdoors. It's not the best sort of setup for comedy, but the people that have come out today were absolutely amazing. We had 6 extra acts come and perform on the stage, and there's food, there's craft beer, there's people just mixing. Everyone's out here. We're having a great time. This is what South Africa is about. If you weren't here, shame. Sorry. Follow them on Instagram. Make sure you're involved so that you can be at the next one, because this is just, it's been such an amazing day. So much fun. People just out here just having a good time. That's what it's about. And now now the party starts. So I had to do this before the party started so that at least I make sense when I speak to you. But I mean, yes. All I'm saying is Street Food and Comedy Festival, follow and just come get involved. It's amazing.
I'm up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no river.
We have so much more fun and excitement for you just after the break, so stay with us. Welcome back. In this segment, we go to Cape Town, Khayelitsha for some South African cuisine with a twist. Then we go to Nigeria for some hiking.
It's lunchtime at the four-roomed food restaurant in the heart of Cape Town's Khayelitsha Township, the city's largest informal settlement where over 3 million people live. Today's menu includes a local popular dish of umqa, a creamy butternut pap, homemade tomato relish, crispy onion, and a drizzle of extra virgin seed oil. For many, the menu is unusual. Township diet consists mostly of shisanyama, barbecue meat, and pap, which often leads to unhealthy and unbalanced eating habits. But chef and owner of Four Roomed Foods restaurant Abigail Mbalo Mokwena wants to change all that by offering local residents a balanced diet using healthier ingredients fused with some of the locally popular dishes.
I call it South African cuisine with a twist because there's so much South African culture, the diversity of South African culture into it with a twist. It's fused, yes, with the European influences into it, but the main elements on the dish that speak out will always be element that speaks South African.
Abigail said she was inspired to improve eating habits in townships after her brother died of diabetes-related complications 10 years ago. Her philosophy is simple, moving away from a meat-centered lifestyle and back to traditional cooking. In keeping with that theme of fusing traditional and modern, Abigail's restaurant is designed to mimic the four-roomed homes of her childhood. Houses in the country's closest townships comprised of a kitchen, living room, and 2 bedrooms. Abigail started out with a food truck, which offered fine dining on request, but soon branched out into the restaurant she now runs. She cooks up a storm for guests who come from all over the Western Cape. Her take on simple, typical Cape and Southern African dishes, turning them into fine dining dishes, has won over many critics. Then there's the favorite from the crowd, which she calls runaway chicken, an organic chicken cooked with a spicy sauce.
Cooking style and the atmosphere, it's from way back when. It took me back since my grandmother's days. It's unique, it's tasty, it's different to what we normally used to. There's modern times when we go out, we normally go to the restaurant, the well-known, but hers is very different. It's common things that we eat daily, but she's made it very differently with very much taste.
Well, the bunny chow is totally different from the Durban bunny chow. It's made out of a dumpling bread, which is steamed bread, which is a toss-up bread, and it's a butter chicken. What I'll say it is, it sounds like a Gupta butter chicken. It is one of the best butter chicken that one can have. So I found it very delicious. It is not too spicy. It is something that will fill you up as well.
We have plans of taking this to other parts of the continent. Hence, in the beginning, I talked about, us South Africans taking our food globally and celebrating South African food, traveling to any country and be able to order South African as you would be anywhere in the world and order Chinese. I would like to see that. Yes, definitely. But firstly, it has to spread out in South Africa, in the oldest townships of South Africa, like your Soweto, Guguletu, where it all, the forum home started. And then obviously spreading it out to other parts of the world.
Abigail has big plans for her business and hopes to expand to every corner of South Africa and perhaps later the rest of Africa.
Unfortunately, that's all we have for you on this week's episode of Trendz Travel. Join us again next week, same time, same place. From the very hardworking Trendz Travel team, see you next time.